Hey everybody, Arash Gezersay, filling in for Scott Groves and Consolidated Coaching. Scott got caught somewhere without any signal, and anyway, I'm your pinch hitter. So sorry for the late start. Real quick call this morning. I was in a situation this weekend where I went to kind of a reunion of sorts with some old friends in Orange County, which is where I grew up. And one of my old friends, she's actually probably my oldest female friend. We became friends when we were like 14 years old. She worked for me in the mortgage business um, about 20 years ago, back when we were doing cold calling off of farm lists. And she basically came in, started taking applications and doing warm handoffs. And we ended up going to some seminars. We went to a Tom Ferry seminar. She got passionate about real estate. And next thing you know, her and her husband basically went full in on the real estate business a few years ago. Well, fast forward to now, I don't know if Dusty's on the call. He knows what I'm talking about. They basically have a pretty major lock on about a big chunk of the business that happens uh, in Garden Grove in California. And we're still good friends, and I've talked to her over the years. She sent me a couple of referrals, but what's happening with her is she's got a couple of big time heavy hitters paying for all of her marketing, and all these other loan officers courting her all the time. And I've asked for the business, but it's one of those weird things. I don't know if anybody else deals with this when it comes to friends and family and mixing with this business. I've kind of been burned so many times in the past that I'm just very hesitant, and one thing was pointed out to me this weekend by a friend of mine who were there. I'm not very persistent. And I basically, when it came to this relationship, I made up my mind. I kind of bought into some fears and some ideas in my head that, I was going to be jeopardizing the friendship and making things awkward. And I'm doing plenty of business anyway. And I basically just kind of threw in the towel on, pursuing her as a, bona fide referral partner, and just kind of let it go. And this weekend, it kind of, I don't know, it all came back up for me, and I started to think about it. What other parts of my sphere of influence, what other segments are there that I'm kind of hesitant to go deep dive in on when it comes to marketing and prospecting. And if I'm honest, family is another really big segment of my personal sphere. I've got a pretty big family. A lot of people in my family, a lot of them are successful people, who are homeowners, people who have relationships, people who are attorneys, who have, access to other people that, I have not, basically, I haven't done any prospecting to. And for whatever reason, well, I know what the reason is. There's a lot of fears surrounding around making the relationship awkward, doing something, letting somebody down. And, and I haven't walked the walk, if you will. We do these calls every morning. I make calls to realtors. I cold call realtors I don't know. But when it comes to reaching out to some friends and family, I have a major, major fear block. And for whatever reason, I had a little bit of a revelation about it over the weekend. And I thought, that's bullshit. I don't want to do that anymore, at least to a certain extent. So I was thinking, for this call, what I decided to do today was to reach out to 5 people in my personal sphere who, a week ago, I wouldn't have reached out to for whatever hangups, whatever fears, whatever reasons I have in my head. And I have a lot of great excuses and justifications why I don't want to reach out to these people. But today I'm going to reach out to 5 of these such people and basically, just do what we do and, let them know, hey, reconnect, see how they're doing. And then throw in there, hey, listen, I haven't put this out there to you, or I haven't put this out there to you lately. If you or anybody is thinking about buying, selling, or refinancing, I'd love to be the first call. I'd love it if you'd share my information with them. So that's my commitment for the day. I'm sure nobody else on this call or in this group struggles with prospecting to friends and family. So this probably only applies to me. But if it does apply to you, let's make this commitment and crush it with some lead generation today. Thank you, and sorry again for being late. Have a great week, guys.